Hello, hello, hello. You join me after a very, very long time out, where we're Birmingham City in the Premier League and we're currently sat in eighth place. Let me talk you through recent results. I can't remember where you guys have seen up to. I'm pretty confident it was like early on in the season. A lot of football has been played since then. As you can see, 19 games played. We're sat in eighth on 28 points with a -1 goal difference. Things haven't been going our way, and that's partly because FIFA's finally managed to get the gameplay just about right. So again, no idea where you guys join me. So we're going to go from September. Our opening four games, one in the cup, was a loss, a draw, a win, and then a loss in the cup, as you'd expect. A loss to Liverpool, a loss to Manchester City, a win against Forest, and a draw against Brentford. We move into October. Another loss against City, a win against Southampton, a silly loss against Bournemouth, and a draw against Fulham. In November, a hell of a game against Newcastle meant that we got all 3 points and won 4-3. We then lost against Spurs and lost against Palace. Even after being 1-0 up, we lost against Palace. And then into December, then, our most games played in a month. A win in the derby against Wolves, a loss to Leicester, a draw against Brighton, scrappy win against West Ham, scrappy win in the bigger derby against Villa, and then finally a loss against league leaders Chelsea means that we're about to enter January transfer window, as I say, in eighth place. And this is going to be our hardest month yet. So what's coming up for you in this episode? Well, it's going to be two games. We're going to have the first game against Crystal Palace, and then we're going to play Manchester United on the 16th. So we'll play Hull and Liverpool off camera, and then we'll come back for the Manchester United game. We are in January, so there will be transfers happening. One transfer that we've already got lined up is Levi Colwill from Chelsea. He's joining us on loan. And something else has happened to our tactic. As you can see, we have abandoned the back three. We were hemorrhaging far too many goals, so we swapped it up to a back five. We're now running a 5-2-1-2. We recalled Greaves from Stoke. He's back and in the starting lineup. Laird is starting game after game, and we've got that solid back three of Clara, Soleil, and Doyle. Hilgers is still out injured, so he should be joining us back soon. But the difficulty's been scoring goals. Stansfield had a great start to the season, scoring lots of goals, and then everything's just sort of dried up. Bellingham and Iwata have been scoring goals from the edge of the box. Diamande every now and then as well. Arconte, I'm sorry guys, but Arconte is not him. He's been playing up top, starting probably all of our games, if not one or two where we've swapped him for Scarlett, and he just doesn't get into goal-scoring positions. And when he does get into goal-scoring positions, he doesn't score. So we might be looking to move on Arconte. Taylor has already got an agreed move, I think, to Sheffield United. Torre, I think, has also got an agreed loan move to Coventry. As you can see, Hilger's out injured, but should be joining us soon. And Ho is out for 3 months with a broken toe. So we do need to buy, but we don't have a lot of money. So we might need to sell in order to buy. And that's where I need your guys' opinions. Who are we selling? Personally, as good as he is, Kelleher might be someone that we look to get rid of. We could do with maybe a different style of keeper. He does make some good saves, but he's also got a mistake in him. So we could maybe do with a different style of keeper, and maybe we look to sell one of our centre-backs. I would also like to apologise before we tick over into the game against Palace. I'd also like to apologise for two things. Number one, it's been a while. I said that at the beginning. I just haven't been playing FC25, if I'm honest with you. I have played all of those games off camera within the past couple of days. Before that, I hadn't played FC25 in maybe 2 months. It just wasn't appealing to me. The gameplay was boring, and sometimes the gameplay still is boring, but more often than not, the game is more challenging. And the second thing I'd like to apologise for is my voice. I am completely and utterly bunged up at the minute. Don't know what it is. I feel fine as a person, but my sinuses are just completely blocked up and my throat is quite hoarse. So if it goes silent because I'm coughing, or if my voice croaks at any point, that's the reason why. Thank you for sticking with it. Thank you for clicking to view this video. And yeah, let's jump into the gameplay. And this is going to be the starting 11 to play against Crystal Palace. Ignore Hilger's having a bandage. He is fit enough to play, apparently. So this is, again, the starting lineup. Kelleher in goal. A back five of Colwill, Clara, Soleil, Hilgers and Laird. A midfield three of Iwata, Diomande and Bellingham. And then up top, we've got Arconte and Stansfield. Arconte needs to deliver today against Crystal Palace. Otherwise, I think he's going to be transfer listed. But let's jump into it. Let's hopefully get the 3 points. Here we go. Kick-off then at Selhurst Park. Stansfield to take. We won the coin toss. And hopefully Colwill can make good on his debut. You know, we can work the ball. We need to get revenge really against Palace because they did beat us. Arconte is offside. They did beat us in the reverse game. We went 1-0 up. I think it was Bellingham from maybe the edge of the box in off the post. And then second half, we just did not wake up and we ended up conceded 2 goals. Bellingham trying to beat his man. As you can see, we do have the new Premier League ball on. Oh, the keeper's sold me down the river there. Clara trying to jump for that, does jump for that. Iwata wins it. Hilgers with his first touch on the ball in a few months. Plays that over to Colwill. Here's Iwata. Looking for that through ball, but I don't know if it was a bad run or a bad ball through from Iwata. It's Alain Saint-Maximin.
Really, we've all been speculating. Would he play from the start? Would he be ready to play?
Of course he would, although he's out of position here. And Palace have the chance! And it's 1-0. I think that's Eze. It is. Captain Fantastic for Crystal Palace. Maybe it was too early to get Hilgers starting. His man that managed to run through. The shot is unstoppable. Oh, the shot isn't unstoppable. I thought that was more in the top bins. More it's Kelleher maybe was blocked off. That does mean we are 1-0 down away from home to Crystal Palace. And again, we did lose to them last time. So we need to work it. Stansfield with a great ball through. It wasn't the person I was expecting it to go through to, but even so, it was a good ball through. Unfortunately, the shot was blocked. And Laird manages to get the challenge in. I thought that might have been Nketiah, but we are a few years into the future now. He might have moved on. Bellingham trying to hold up the ball against Eze. Manages to do really, really well, but then just turns the wrong way. Diomande back to Bellingham. Over to Iwata. Lots of pressure on the edge of the Crystal Palace box. Bellingham goes for the shot, but it's blocked. Diomande finds Stansfield. What can Stansfield do? Tries to get that ball through to Arconte, who slots it back through, but the Crystal Palace keeper is there to stop it. That's our best chance yet, I feel. That's a great ball through. Laird out of position. Hilgers having to cover. And Hilgers has been nutmegged there. The shot comes in, Kelleher's there, holds it second time of asking, and then throws it to the wrong person. Terrible, terrible from Kelleher, nearly costing us a goal there. Good stepped in by Clara. Here's Iwata, through to Bellingham. Can we get an equaliser just before half-time? That would be nice. Here's Arconte now. Finally in the right position. It's Arconte! It's a big save from the Crystal Palace number 1. Stansfield, can he press and win that ball back? Arconte's with him. Palace worked the ball really well. Managed to play that out. And there is the half-time whistle. Not our best half. A chance right at the end that, again, Arconte, in my opinion, should be finishing. It was a good save, but should a striker in the Premier League be scoring that chance? I'll let you answer that maybe down in the comments below. For me, I think his time at Birmingham City might be up, but he's got another 45 minutes, give or take, to prove himself. Let's jump into this second half. No changes at the break then.
And Palace
Hilgers might come off towards the end of the game because he just doesn't have the match sharpness at the minute. Clara there committing to try and win the ball back, but unfortunately does the foul instead. It's well read by Soleil, twice well read by Soleil. Ball right on the edge of our area. Crystal Palace camped out at the minute, and Kelleher manages to pick the ball up as it rolls through to him.
Effective passing sequence.
Here's Stansfield trying to take on his man. It's a good challenge by the Palace defender. Only out as far as Bellingham, who lays it off to Diomande, going to strike one. It's a block. It's a corner ball. Can we do anything from the corner? It's our first real shot in Venom. We're going to try and run far post. Control our man at the back stick. Oh, now Palace choose to do a substitution, annoyingly. Herrera has just been brought on. I hope that's not under Herrera, because he's an absolute baller. Into the mixer. Clara can't win it. And we don't pick it up on the edge. Laird does win that battle. Diomande can't sort his feet out. I think that might be equal in substitution o'clock the next time the ball goes out of play. It's Hilgers up against St. Maximin.
It's Birmingham City taking on.
It's been played back. Soleil needs to be aware here and is. Soleil plays that ball through. Bellingham trying to pick out his man. There's just nothing doing. It's a good challenge from Colwell, and that is going to equal our substitutions. Going to talk you through them. Our Conte is going to come off for Scarlett. We're also going to bring Doyle on for Hilgers. I know that Claire is tiring, but you know, Hilgers is the man without the sharpness. And then this might be a little bit of a controversial one. We're going to take Bellingham off. In fact, no, we're not. We're going to take Diomande off. Bellingham could drop back into centre mid, and Ogbene can go into that cam role, maybe inject a bit of pace, and hopefully through that we can get an equaliser. Throw in to Palace then after our substitutions. Let's hope we can do something with it. Here's Eze. Big challenge from Iwata. Realistically, we want our fresh men running through now. Just like that. Dane Scarlett, great timed run. Can he finish? Dane Scarlett! Oh, I thought it was in. Oh, he opted for power instead of placement, and it whistles past that post. From the camera angle that we had, I did think that was going in. But unfortunately, the first opportunity that comes the way of Scarlett goes begging. Palace under pressure, but great composure from their keeper, actually, to just nod that back to the man who got it off. Stansfield has pressed really well there, though. You don't give the ball to your centre-back when Stansfield on his arse. Absolutely brilliant from Stansfield. I don't think he's had an opportunity to shoot all game, really. But the press worked there. Was just praising the goalkeeper for passing it to the right man. He's passed it to the wrong man there. Arguments for a foul. I know the Crystal Palace fans will be screaming for one, but the referee didn't give it. Stansfield managed to rob the ball off the centre-back, and then one-on-one with the keeper, he's not going to miss. His first opportunity to shoot, his first opportunity to score, and in the 69th minute, Stansfield makes it 1-1. Can we go on and secure all 3 points now? Palace are so good at moving the ball, though, and they do have the pace and the men, and this is something that we're quite bad at, is conceding as soon as we score. This time the shot straight at Kelleher. Here's Ogbene's first chance to get on the ball and maybe do some movement. Bellingham plays it back to Ogbene, trying to slot that ball through to Stansfield. It was maybe just came at the wrong time for him. Palace could still nick this, so could we, but at the minute Palace looked like the team more likely to do so. Good defending from Doyle, tracked his man all the way. Looks like they're going to go for the short, of which they do. He's beaten his man. There's the cutback, and there's a big block. Fantastic block. Who was it? It was Colwell, who's actually got the captain's armband on at the minute, which not sure why he's got the captain's armband on, but he has. There's the ball in. It's cleared, not cleared far enough, and fortunately Very fortunately for us, the shot is missed. We are going to make final substitutions here. Sanderson. In fact, not Sanderson. I don't trust Sanderson. Greaves is going to come on. We'll move Colwell into centre-back. We're also going to bring on Poku for Iwata. I know that's a dangerous decision, but maybe a little bit more pace might just get us this win that we are so desperate for. We are in 8th place. If we could get Europe, any form of Europe, in our first season back in the Premier League, that would be unbelievable. Here is Poku's first little run with the ball. We need men to push forward. Here's Greaves. Finds Scarlett. Can Scarlett do here? Tries to beat his man, gets a shot away! Scarlett! In the 89th minute! Scores the goal for Birmingham at Palace. A huge goal. He beat his man so well. He just cut back ever so slightly, and the centre-back committed from that angle. Still a very difficult angle to score from, as Colwell's just ran through the advertising boards. You can see here, he just cuts back there. The centre-back committed. Hanko again, who's the person that we robbed the ball off for our first goal. The shot comes in. Does the keeper get a hand to it? No, it's just past him in a flash. Still a tight angle to score from. But we'll take it. I mean, do we deserve it? Probably not. Palace have probably been the better team. And you never know, with 4 minutes added on, they might still steal something. But we've got the ball here, and it's Poku advancing on the Palace defence. And I think he's just going to try and dribble it into the corner. He gets fouled. No, he just gets challenged. Again, we're just going to try and keep the ball in this corner. Can we hold it in play? We do. It's the 92nd minute. We go. Palace don't seem to want to be challenging us too much. They finally get the ball, but it might be too little too late. Lacroix through to the keeper. We try to press it. Surely we win this header. It's over. We don't even need to win the header. Absolutely huge. 3 points for us. We've done what they did to us in the reverse fixture. We went 1-0 up in that game. They beat us 2-1. This time we turned it around. They went 1-0 up. We beat them 2-1. Let's jump into the next game. It will be against Manchester United. Some transfers may happen off camera. I will let you know. But hopefully nothing too major. After a scrappy win against Hull in the FA Cup and a 3-1 loss to Liverpool in the league, you join me just before we play against Manchester United. I just thought I'd update you on some transfers that are happening. So Ogbene, we've had a couple of bids in. We're trying to push for more money. Leicester, the latest one, we're trying to get about 7 million for him. I don't know if it will happen. It's not a big loss, but beans we're not playing with wingers anymore. I'm not sad to see him go. He's also 29 years old. Iwata, another one. I love Iwata to pieces. He's, backup captain when our main captain or vice captain is out. As you can see, he's wearing the captain armband there on his left shoulder. Again, we're pushing for similar money, 29 years old. Wouldn't be super sad to see him go. Would be devastated to see him go to a Premier League rival, though. So between 7 and 6 million, I think we'll let him go. 29 years old. We need to improve the squad. And seeing him flourish in the Premier League might be a positive thing as we continue to improve as well. Didier Dye is someone who came through our youth academy. He just played in the FA Cup game. Didn't have a terrible game, but we're looking to loan him out for, either a short-term loan or a 2-year loan. Hopefully he'll get some game time in Granada. 18 years old. I think he's got potential of 94. So Xavier, a keeper, we've accepted a short-term loan. There's also a 2-year loan ongoing. I don't mind where he goes as long as he goes out. He's 6'8". You can't teach that. But his highest overall is about a 74, I think, that he can reach. So we'll see what happens. And Saziba, again, another player through our youth system, did come through, played in the FA Cup match, had a couple of shots, wasn't terrible. He looks like he's going out on loan to whoever that club is there. And Will Dennis as well. Luton offered 1.3. I wanted 1.5. They said, no, that's too much. So, again, Will Dennis is someone that I'm happy to go. He's 26 years old. He's not going to improve realistically. And backup keepers, we rarely need. He did play in the FA Cup game, but that's because he was complaining that he didn't get game time. All that being said, let's have a look at the starting lineup for this game against Manchester United. So here we go then. Manchester United sit in 5th. We sit in 8th. And I've just realised we're playing in the white kit. You saw us playing the white kit in the first game. We can play in the blue kit today. It's blue against red. That makes the most sense for me. So, yes, Manchester United sit in 5th. We sit in 8th. A win today, I think, sees us either go above them or draw level on points. I can't quite remember. We did have to make some changes due to the midweek game against Liverpool. So this is what our starting 11 looks like. It's Kelleher in goal. A back 5 of Greaves, Hilgers, Soleil, Doyle and Laird. A midfield trio of Iwata, Bellingham and Diomande. And Stansfield and Scarlett leading the line up top. I haven't called time on Arcante just yet, but he is a little bit tired from playing 90 minutes against Liverpool, so we will see what happens there. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll be showing you this game, of course. This isn't the end, but just wanted to remind you that we are in the transfer window, so let me know down in the comments below who we should sign, who we should be looking at, who you're happy to see leave the club in order to improve. There might be some tough decisions. Some fan favourites might need to go in order for us to improve, but we'll see what happens there. Let's jump into this game at Old Trafford on ultimate difficulty. 5th against 8th. Here we go. All right, we get the kickoff at Old Trafford then. It worked for us against Palace earlier on. Maybe it'll work for us again today. Now, this is a Man U squad that's very, very different to what we know. Xerxes still up top. You've got Talisca. You've got Fernandez still. Ugarte still. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the lookout. I think that's Sancho out there. So whoever the gaffer is has brought Sancho back and is starting Sancho. We've got Lema. We've got Mazraoui. And we've given the ball away. Maybe being too silly trying to look at names. Soleil up against Xerxes. Soleil wins outright. He's such a good player, Soleil. I'm so glad we managed to bring him into this club. I think he might be our record signing. Greaves just needed to toe poke that through to Xerxes, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Brighton have just scored against Chelsea early on. That's huge. We're diving in, but we're starting to panic. That's a good ball through. Can Soleil get there? He does. Great little back heel challenge. Greaves then gets the ball to Soleil. Soleil happy to carry it forward. He's our best player in the squad. He's lost it there. And Iwata having to track back. He does track back, but the ball falls back to Talisca again. I'm probably butchering his name. You hear the commentators say it's so many different ways. Talisha. Who knows? Scarlett, edge of the box. For us. Curling shot. Straight to Tanana. It's a good spin, though, from Scarlett. They've got Gaia out at left back. Ito as a centre-back. Taking the number 4 shirt. That's a good challenge there. Scarlett is in. Scarlett makes it 1-0. It's that press again. Top teams. I say top teams. We played Crystal Palace in the last game. Sorry, Crystal Palace fans. But top teams can't handle the press, apparently. And we go 1-0 up at Old Trafford. Gaia robbed by Diomande. Ball through. Scarlett's there. Scarlett scores. That's 2 goals in 2 games. And he's putting on a show for you guys watching. Is Scarlett our new main man? Move aside, Arconte. Move aside, Stansfield, maybe. Maybe we should be investing our chips in Dane Scarlett. United. This is, again, something that we're so bad at. We just switch off as soon as we score. Luckily, we managed to get to Xerxes before he can do anything with it. Here's Bellingham. Robbed Bellingham. Here's Fernandez. Ugarte through to Xerxes. Back to Fernandez. Soleil's there. The deflection only goes as far as Talisca. And Sancho's there. Kelleher made the save, but only parried it to Jadon Sancho. And I said, we're so bad at switching off as soon as we score a goal. We nearly go and concede straight away. We then can't play the ball out. Greaves has just lost it in a really, really poor position. It's a great challenge there from Iwata to win it back, though. See Scarlett. Who can he find? See Bellingham now. Bellingham with a run into the box. It's Bellingham, weak foot, doesn't matter. Man, you have done the same. Joe Bellingham, Manchester United 1, Birmingham City 2. Great ball inside from Scarlett. Goal and an assist for him. It's weak foot for Joe Bellingham. But it doesn't matter. He places that in the top bins. You don't stop those. Maybe Iwata could have done a little bit better of rushing him down, but it seems that both teams seem to switch off as soon as they score then. So this could be an all-out goal fest for you. Had 3 goals in the last game. You've had 3 goals in 20 minutes here. Talisca back to Marawi. Talisca is how he's pronouncing it. Soleil, big challenge. Well done. Diamande now. Plays that down to Greaves. It's a goal for Fulham. Sebastian. I think that's Sebastian Aller who plays up top for Fulham now. Honestly, I wish I could talk you through all of the teams. They've changed so much. Enzo Fernandez is at Villa. That's a good save from Kelleher. Enzo Fernandez is at Villa. Nicholas Jackson's at Everton. The Harry Kane's at Liverpool. He's the man that scored a hat-trick against us in the last game. Kelleher claims that one. Does win the header. And that's a half-time whistle. It's been a slow game despite there being 3 goals. I mean, we'll take it. 2-1 up at Old Trafford. Both teams sort of poor directly after conceding. Or directly after scoring, should I say. As you can see there, 13, 17, 20. 4 minutes and then 3 minutes between the goals. So maybe we're in for a boring 0-0 in the second half. But if we take 3 points off of Manchester United at Manchester United, then I will not be unhappy. Man U with the second half kickoff and look to attack us straight away. Apologies for the hiccup there. It's part of my throat being shocking. Xerxes hits the post. Oh, big challenge there. I think it was Diamande. I've seen them given as penalties, but he must have just got a toe to the ball. That's a great shot from Xerxes to hit the post. Doyle gives the ball away. Can we rob it back? No, Laird can't get his foot in. Here's Fernandez wide. Xerxes onto that. Soleil's there. I thought Kelleher had parried that into his own net there. Fortunately, he didn't. Looks like they're going ashore. Talisca is off. Camavinga has just come on for Manchester United. Jadon Sancho looking to cut in, and we've got a man there to say, no, Jadon Sancho, you don't get to do that. Now Scarlett with a chance to break. I'd love to get that ball to Stansfield, but there's 3 players in front of me. Stansfield tries to swing that in. Iwata with the header. Ogbene easily, sorry, not Ogbene, Onana easily able to hold onto it. 15 minutes to go. Manchester United in possession. The fans starting to get on their back. They know that they should be winning this game. Colwell with a big challenge. And finds Ogbene, who in turn finds Bellingham. See the run. Oh, Ogbene, you've got to be winning that header. Chance for Manchester United to break. Xerxes trying to hold it up. Soleil is out of position now. He tracked the run of Xerxes as best he could. Oh, they've passed it backwards and they really shouldn't have. They had a man over, I think. Here's Ogbene trying to get that ball to Stansfield, and then there's a bit of coming together between the centre-backs and our strikers. Brilliant win from Hilgers. Here's Scarlett. Spurs have got 1 back against City. Spurs were pushing for the title, and they even, I think they beat us whilst pushing for the title, and then they've just sort of collapsed really. Chelsea top of the league at the minute. Last 5 minutes, Manchester United, obviously a loss here for Man U would be a complete head loss, considering they're in 5th, considering the players that they've got in their squad. Here's Ogbene, poor touch, but not under any pressure, so gets away with it. Bellingham up against Gaia, plays it to Colwell. Colwell spins his man, delivers it low. Stansfield, big save. I just thought Onana was going to dive the opposite way, so tried to put it his near post. Gaia plays it across goal. Manchester United do manage to come out with the ball. Big win from Colwell. Bringing him on has been absolutely huge for us in the latter stages of this game. He decides to swing that one in to Dane Scarlett, but it's cleared away. Awata, Scarlett stayed down as well. And that's a full-time whistle. Back-to-back wins in the Premier League. Oh, not back-to-back wins. We played Liverpool off camera. Back-to-back wins on camera in the Premier League. Let's take a look at where that leaves us before we go into the next episode. Bearing in mind, guys, we are still in the January transfer window. So please do let me know down in the comments below who we should sign, who we should get rid of. I know it might be difficult to say that this person needs to go because, you know, they're a club legend. We really enjoy Iwata, for example, is one of those people that could be on his way out. So Iwata could be going, Ogbene could be going. These guys are all loans, so you don't need to worry about that. But let me know, who do you guys think we should get rid of? Let's take a look at the Premier League table. So we're currently in 7th place now. That would, I think, be enough for Europa Conference League, depending on who wins the Champions League. I think top 4 should get Champions League, then it's Europa League for 5th and 6th, and then Conference League 7th, potentially 8th, depending on who wins the Champions League. Newcastle United, by the way, could be relegated this year. 22 games played, only 14 points. What a turnaround that would be if they managed to stay up. They're 6 points off of Southampton and off of safety. So that could be huge. Palace, another team down there that could be going down that really shouldn't be going down. But hey, that's, you know, a bad season can do that to you. Arsenal, for example, in 9th. Last night they beat Real Madrid in the Champions League 3-0 in real life. And here they are in, I'm not even sure the year, 2027, I want to say. Sat in 9th in the Premier League table. Right. We will be back for deadline day. I can promise you that. So we'll be back to play bottom of the league, Newcastle, and to get our deadline day. So just the one game in the next episode. But it will be a transfer special as well as that game against Newcastle. Let me know down in the comments below who we should be signing, who we should be getting rid of. And I'll see you in the next one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching.